All right, so today is an eggs and fish day for me. So I just ran up to the No Frills there and I picked up these eggs over here. Cost me about $7, I think. These tomatoes were like $1, $1.50, something like that. Not even that much. This is some fish and stuff that I picked up from Safeway a couple of days ago. But those are for lunch, so we'll save those for later. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try to cook some eggs the way that I like to have my eggs. It's just usually what I do is I'll cook up a couple of tomatoes here in olive oil, put some just some basic salt and pepper and stuff like that. And once that's a little bit done, what I do is I like to throw in a couple of eggs. Usually I have about 6 eggs a day when I'm having eggs that day. But a healthy diet means something different to everyone. And for me, having a healthy diet basically just means making sure that I get way more protein than I do carbs in any given day. So I try to cut my carbs and my sugar down as much as I possibly can. I try to keep my carbs to about 25% of what it is that I'm doing. And that's why I have to eat so many eggs, because I'm essentially not eating bread or really anything that has a whole lot of carbs. There's some sugar in the tomatoes here, but I enjoy tomatoes and that to me is not an issue. But for me, a high protein diet is basically the same as being a healthy diet, and that may not be the same thing for everybody, because I get the sense that some people's bodies respond way better to raw diets sometimes. Some people are just raw vegan diets, for example, and it seems like to me, I don't think there really is any universal healthy diet, and I think everybody has to kind of figure that out on their own. So won't go on a big rant on that right now. But for me personally, I find that when I eat a lot of carbs and when I eat a lot of like sugars and stuff like that, I don't feel as good, and so that's why I try to limit all of that stuff. And that means that I got to eat a lot more protein just to be able to get nutrition and stuff like that. So I'm going to start trying to cook this up in here, and I'm going to try to take you step by step on how I do it. So I just washed these tomatoes with a little bit of water and dried them off inside of this little thing that I got here. Again, I think I picked this up from Canadian Tire too, but it's like basically like a little sink that you can keep. It's from a brand called Woods, but I picked it up at Canadian Tire, so that's where you can go and pick that up as well if you need to. This bottle I think I got from Amazon. It's basically just like a basic squeeze bottle I keep around just in case I need a little bit of water. But wash the tomatoes. Next step is for me to chop them up using this thing here, and I don't have my my little tripod ready, but I'm just basically going to chop these into here, put a little bit of olive oil in there, and then I'm going to start cooking it. And once the tomatoes are good, then I'm going to start putting in the eggs. This is my first time chopping up a tomato with shears instead of chopping it with a knife, and the juice squirted kind of everywhere. So got a bit of cleanup to do. Get a little bit of cleanup to do after I'm done cooking here. But right now I'm just going to put some olive oil all over these eggs, and then just basically take the top of the Ninja Crispy here, get the lining right, put that right there. And I have no idea how many minutes to put it on for, and I'll just keep it on for 10. Should I bake it? No. This is the first time I've done this, guys, so bear with me here. So we got that, and let's just, you know what, I'll just air fry it. And when the tomatoes are fairly cooked, then what I'm going to do is toss in about 6 eggs in there, and that will hopefully, I don't know, let's just see how it comes out. Alright, so it's 2 minutes in. I mean, the tomatoes are looking pretty good, so I'm going to let those go for a couple more minutes. Let's see, I'm going to let those go for a couple more minutes, and then we'll see. And I'm going to toss in the eggs. Alright, so it looks like the tomatoes look like they're pretty much done. I'm in a van right now, so beggars can't be choosers. It's not going to be perfect. I gotta keep telling myself that, but that's good enough. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start cracking some eggs in there now. Alright, so we got a couple of eggs here. Let me see if I can crack 6 eggs in here. How is this going to turn out? I'm as excited to see this as you guys may or may not be, but it's actually kind of exciting to see if I can actually pull this off. Can I get similar quality eggs to what I get to what I would get at home sitting here in Edmonton, Alberta. I'm basically sitting in a parking lot right now, overlooking the city. Oh, I think my van's going off again. Put those 3 in. Let me see if I can get 3 more in here. All right, so we got that one. 2 more. Basically sitting here at a park in Edmonton, overlooking the city. It's actually a pretty great view. Maybe I'll show it to you guys once I'm finished with this. But sitting here hoping that nobody comes up and tells me to not cook breakfast, basically. At the park. All right, I'm gonna put this top back on and we are gonna get started cooking again. I don't know how much longer to put this in for. Let's go for I'll put it back in air fryer mode. I don't know, I'm just gonna keep an eye on it because I don't want my eggs to get too well done like my beef did last time. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I also cooked some chicken in it, but I didn't really think to videotape it, but maybe I'll share some photos if I can. All right, so the eggs look like they're cooking. I'm trying not to overdo them. I'm gonna put a little bit, maybe there's too much oil in there, but they look like they're cooking. I don't know. Let's see how it pans out. Alright, I'm looking at it from the side here in the glass and it looks like they might be overdone, so I don't want to overdo it. I think time for the moment of truth. Are they ready? Oh. Okay, a little undercooked here. Oh no, they're still undercooked. Not ready yet, but oh, I hope I don't break the yolk. Let's see if we can make it happen. Yeah, it's still undercooked. Still undercooked. No, I think we're still safe. Let me put it on for a couple more minutes. Alright, so I'm realizing that the trouble here is that because this thing blows air from the top down, the top part gets cooked, but the bottom is left is a little bit less. It's basically uncooked still. But I think the way that I'm going to solve that problem is I might just put a cover on top of here so that it all evens up, all heats up evenly in the future. But for now, I'm going to try to get through this best as I can. All right, you know what? I'm not going to risk overcooking them. I'd prefer to have my eggs a little undercooked than overcooked if I have to choose. So I'm gonna stop the cooking here, and I think, yeah, no, that's actually pretty good consistency. It's a little bit more sloppy than I'd like because I could not take out the tomato juices, but it looks to me like it is getting ready here. And I'm just repurposing a lot of my old camping stuff here. Let me just see if I can pick this up out of here without burning myself. Can we do it? Can we do it? Yes, we can. And I think, yeah, this is it. There we go. So I now have perfectly cooked eggs. I'm going to put a little bit more salt and pepper and stuff like that on here. And this looks like, let me actually just try to taste a little bit of it to see if it is any good or not. It is a little bit sticky at the bottom there in certain areas. I don't know if you guys can see that, but definitely not going to stop me from eating it. Let's test this out. Oh, this tastes exactly like the way I make it at home. So look, guys, I think this one's a success. I do need to kind of refine my technique with this one a little bit because I need to make sure that it kind of cooks a little bit more evenly from the bottom and the top. But I mean, I'm not saying no to this for sure. Hopefully that helps. Now I've cooked chicken, I've cooked beef, I've cooked eggs. I need to fix the egg situation, but my beef and chicken situation is actually pretty good. I don't know, I'm gonna try to see if there's other stuff I can find. Maybe I'll try baking a cake in this thing or something like that. Well, I forgot I was going to show you guys where I'm at right now, and so here we are. That's downtown Edmonton, Alberta. You can see the beautiful view that I have here sitting at the park. I got the name of this park. I'll put it in the description if I can find it. But this is kind of where I'm sitting right now. The sky's a little bit hazy, but it usually clears up near the tail end of the day. But I'm basically sitting just right outside of downtown here in Edmonton, cooking up some eggs. So I don't know, guys. If is this something you guys might be interested in trying? I don't know. If you are, let me know.